Nighttime river currents drag swimmers under. With strong currents and cold temperatures, crossing becomes dangerous. To avoid being swept away, you need to carefully assess your options. Finding dry wood to build a raft is one approach, but it requires substantial skill and resources. Instead, seek out shallow areas or use natural objects like logs, boulders, or fallen trees for safer footing. If building a raft, ensure you have the right materials and construct it properly to support your weight. Always prioritize safety by checking local conditions and seeking expert advice if possible. Remember, attempting to cross any river, especially at night or in dangerous conditions, can be highly risky without proper preparation and knowledge of local laws and regulations. First things first, what do you need? For crossing a fast river safely, you'll want to gather some essential items. A sturdy knife for cutting branches and making the frame of your raft, rope or cordage to secure everything together, and materials to start a fire once you reach safer shores. A reliable water filtration method is also crucial, as untreated river water can be dangerous due to pathogens. Remember, local laws and regulations about building temporary structures in natural areas may apply, so proceed with caution and respect for the environment. Now, let's gather materials safely and responsibly. First, check local laws regarding collection of natural resources and ensure you're in an area where taking wood is permitted. Head upstream where the water flows more gently, but be cautious. Never cut living trees or branches without permission. Look for sturdy deadfall logs or driftwood around 2 inches thick instead. You'll need about 10 pieces to build your raft. Make sure not to disturb wildlife habitats or protected areas while collecting materials. Cut the branches at an angle for better grip and easier tying later. Take time to check each piece carefully. Mistakes in haste can be dangerous. Use dry wood because wet wood absorbs water quickly, becoming too heavy for a useful raft. Remember, building a sturdy raft is crucial, but safely crossing fast-moving waters also requires assessing currents and seeking expert guidance if possible. Subject: cross a fast river without being swept away. Step 1. Building a makeshift raft requires careful planning and sturdy materials. Start by gathering 3 long, straight branches that are at least 12 feet in length and strong enough to support your weight. These branches will form the base or frame of your raft, laid side by side with ample space between them for added stability against the river's flow. Ensure they're parallel to each other but not directly aligned with the current, which could compromise structural integrity. This framework is crucial as it lays the foundation for securing additional materials that'll help distribute weight and provide buoyancy. Always remember to check local laws and regulations before attempting any water crossings or constructing rafts in public areas. Now tie the branches together with rope using a clove hitch, which is secure and easy to untie if needed. Space the knots about every 6 inches for maximum stability. While some might skip this step, properly securing your raft is crucial to prevent it from falling apart in the river. Take the time now while you have resources available. Remember, crossing rivers safely requires careful preparation and adherence to local laws regarding waterways and emergency protocols. Step 2. Add more branches perpendicular to the base to create a deck. Space them about a foot apart and tie them down securely with strong knots. This gives you something stable to stand on and helps prevent water from flooding through, which can destabilize your raft in fast-moving currents. Skipping this step may make your raft unstable, increasing the risk of slipping or losing balance when navigating through swift water. Step 3. Reinforce the sides by adding vertical branches along both edges of your base frame. Tie these in at intervals to ensure stability. Every foot or so is a good rule of thumb. This prevents the raft from breaking apart when you push against it with poles. Ensure all knots are secure, as any weakness can lead to failure mid-crossing. Also, check local laws and seasonal water conditions before attempting to cross rivers, and always prioritize safety over speed. Now comes the tricky part, Getting into the water safely. Approach the river slowly and carefully. Don't jump in head first. That's not advisable due to hidden dangers like submerged rocks or debris. Start by wading out from shore using your raft as a stepping stone, gradually moving further out. If you dive straight in, you risk losing traction and momentum against the current. Always check local laws and river conditions before attempting any crossing. Once you're past where the water starts to flow fast, it's crucial to move cautiously. Push off the riverbank with your feet and start paddling upstream at a slight angle. About 45 degrees is ideal. This technique helps counteract the current's pull and prevents you from being swept downstream. Many people mistakenly paddle straight across, only to be pushed back by the force of the water. Always prioritize safety and practice proper crossing techniques in calm waters before attempting a swift river. Use long sticks as makeshift paddles to help navigate across a fast river. Keep one hand securely on your raft at all times to maintain stability and control. Losing grip can result in being swept away or separating from your only safe means of reaching the other side. Remember, staying connected to your raft is crucial for safety. When you reach the middle of a fast river, carefully check the water depth and current speed. Avoid getting swept into deeper water or rapids where your raft might break apart. Most people panic in such situations, but swimming against strong currents is extremely dangerous and often futile. Stay calm, assess your options, and if necessary, adjust your course slightly upstream to avoid hazards. Always prioritize safety and avoid actions that could put you at greater risk. As you near the opposite bank, look for a shallow area to land safely. Aim for a spot with less current but still deep enough that your raft won't get stuck on rocks or mud. Avoid aiming directly at the closest shore, as this can lead to running aground or hitting hidden obstacles. Instead, find the sweet spot where you can navigate safely and avoid potential hazards. Always remember to check local laws and regulations regarding waterways before attempting any crossings. When you reach land, carefully step off the raft onto solid ground. Once you're safe, your first priority should be finding dry wood to start a fire if possible and purify water nearby to avoid dehydration and hypothermia. Staying warm is crucial in cold conditions, but equally important is ensuring that you have clean drinking water. Most people forget these critical steps, leading them to succumb to the elements after crossing safely. Don't be one of them. Always check local laws before attempting such crossings, especially regarding protected areas and seasons. To ensure your safety, successfully crossing a fast river means reaching the opposite bank without being swept away or sustaining any injuries. Remember, safely returning home depends on adhering to local laws regarding waterways and using proper equipment like a sturdy raft or life vest. Always prioritize your well-being and seek professional advice when needed. What if it didn't work? If your raft breaks apart mid-river, stay calm and use any remaining materials to construct a smaller raft or float immediately. Swimming should be a last resort due to the dangers of swift currents and hidden hazards. Always aim for safety first. Never cross alone. Always have another person with you who can provide assistance if something goes wrong. Additionally, ensure both of you are aware of local water laws and conditions before attempting any river crossing. This is educational only. Foraging, hunting, and fishing carry real risks and are governed by local laws and seasons. Always verify plant and animal IDs with an expert, follow your local regulations, and never eat anything you can't 100% identify. If the raft doesn't hold, assess the situation quickly but calmly. Look for any dry land nearby or a floating object to cling onto. If the river's current is too strong, don't fight it. Instead, swim parallel to the shore until you find a safer spot to exit the water. Always look for signs of eddies and backwaters, which are areas where the water swirls in circular patterns, offering temporary shelter from the main current. However, be cautious as these areas can also have powerful undertows capable of pulling you underwater. Before crossing any fast-moving river, research local laws regarding river crossings and consult expert advice to ensure your safety. Remember, swift waters can be extremely dangerous. Never attempt a crossing alone or without proper preparation and knowledge. Carrying a rope or a long stick is crucial when crossing a fast river, as they can help you pull yourself out if you're swept into deeper water and may assist others who are struggling. Before setting off, securely attach your rope to your raft to prevent it from being lost in the current. Remember, attempting to cross rivers without proper planning or equipment can be extremely dangerous. Always assess the conditions carefully and consider seeking expert guidance before proceeding. Another key piece of equipment is a waterproof whistle and signal mirror. Use these to alert rescuers if you're stranded on an island or drifting too far downstream. A bright orange vest can also enhance visibility from a distance, increasing the chances of being spotted by potential helpers. Remember, when crossing fast rivers, it's crucial to understand your local laws regarding waterways and safety protocols, and always prioritize staying safe rather than risking dangerous situations without proper training and equipment. When crossing a fast river, face slightly upstream to counteract the current's pull and keep your raft on course. If you begin drifting off your intended path, paddle vigorously to steer yourself back. However, if you find it too difficult to make headway against the flow, turn back safely and consider trying another approach or waiting for better conditions. Always prioritize safety over reaching your destination immediately. Remember to check local laws regarding river crossings and ensure that you have all necessary equipment and knowledge before attempting any crossing. Always have a backup plan and know where you can safely stop and rest if things go wrong. When selecting a river crossing, look for shallower areas upstream or explore smaller tributaries which may provide safer routes. Move diagonally against the current, facing downstream, to navigate fast waters safely. Always check local conditions, laws, and weather forecasts before attempting any river crossing. If you must cross a fast river alone, leave clear signals behind as a safety precaution.